Hello, hello, hello. I am your host OCL, and welcome back to 1 Century Later. Today we'll be taking a look at all events from October 25th to October 31st, 1925. As with last week, all of my sources are in the description down below. Sunday, October 25th, 1925. The Kyrgyz Institute of Education, now the Kyrgyz National University, was founded in Bishkek in the Kyrgyz Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic of the Soviet Union in what is now modern-day Kyrgyzstan. During the midst of the War of the Stray Dog, Greece and Bulgaria agreed to have the League of Nations officiate their border dispute. Elections were held in Switzerland for all 198 seats in the National Council, Switzerland's parliament. No party held a majority, however the Free Democratic Party held the most seats at 60. A fleet of 23 U.S. Curtiss CS-1 seaplanes were damaged in Maryland due to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The seaplanes were brought to Maryland to participate in the Schneider Trophy, an aviation competition from 1913 to 1931, in which planes raced around a set triangular course. Of the 23 planes, 10 were damaged and unable to fly in the race, and 7 were destroyed. Monday, October 26th, 1925. In an effort to end the border dispute between Greece and Belgium, the League of Nations gave the Greek and Belgian governments 24 hours to return their troops to either side of their border and order a ceasefire between the two nations. The Schneider Trophy was held in the U.S. for the first time since it began in 1913. U.S. Army Lieutenant Jimmy Doolittle won the race flying a Curtiss R-3C seaplane, breaking the record average speed during the race with an average speed of 233 miles per hour. This would be the second and last time the U.S. would win the Schneider Trophy. Tuesday, October 27th, 1925. Fred Waller received U.S. patent number 1,559,390 for his invention of the water skis, which he marketed as Dolphin Aqua Skis. This patent was the first patent issued for water skis in the United States. Wednesday, October 28th, 1925. The mummy of King Tutankhamun, better known as King Tut, was uncovered in tomb KV62 in the Valley of the Kings, about 3,250 years after his death. King Tut's tomb was found in 1922, however, due to delays, it wasn't until 1925 that his sarcophagus would be opened and his mummy examined. Alongside his mummy, several jewels and King Tut's death mask were also discovered. Also on this day, the court-martial trial for Colonel Billy Mitchell began. Thursday, October 29th, 1925. The League of Nations ended the War of the Stray Dog between Greece and Bulgaria, declaring that Greece owed Bulgaria £45,000, and Bulgaria owed the families of the victims from October 19th. During the conflict, an estimated 121 Greeks were killed, and an estimated 50 Bulgarians were killed, most of whom were civilians during the Greek occupation. Elections were held in Canada for all 245 seats in the House of Commons for the creation of the 15th Parliament of Canada. No party held a majority, however the Conservative Party of Canada held the most seats at 115. An armored truck was making a cash delivery to the Bank of Buffalo in Buffalo, New York, when a group of 6 gunmen hijacked it and stole $93,000 from the truck, killing 2 guards and wounding another. No one was convicted, however Richard Reese Whitmore would be tried by the courts, but was found innocent. The money was never recovered. Friday, October 30th, 1925. The Governor-General of French Indochina, Maurice Manguilo, issued a decree calling for the colonial protection of Angkor Wat in modern-day Cambodia. Also on this day, the murder trial of Dr. Hossein Sweet began. On September 9th, Dr. Sweet's house was mobbed, and Henry Sweet, Dr. Hossein's brother, shot and killed a member of the mob to protect his family and the house. Clarence Darrow and Charles Mahoney were brought in by the NAACP to represent Dr. Sweet. Saturday, October 31st, 1925. The Commissar for Military and Naval Affairs, Mikhail Fruns, passed away during a surgery for a stomach ulcer. Fruns died due to a chloroform overdose after Dr. Oshkin administered multiple doses of ether and chloroform. It is believed that Joseph Stalin ordered his death because of Fruns's resistance to Stalin's eradication of political opposition. The Persian parliament deposed Ahmad Shah Qajar, the Shah of Persia, ending the Qajar dynasty, which had been in power since 1789. Ahmad Qajar had previously left Persia in 1923 and exiled himself to France due to health concerns. And that is all. See you next week for all events from Sunday, November 1st, 1925 to Saturday, November 7th, 1925. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.